Hello students, welcome to lecture 5 of string handling functions. So today we'll be doing one more exercise on Java statements with respect to string functions. These are specifically for section A, theory type, right? Okay. Now, again, I will ask you to pause the video for a few minutes and answer all of these on your own. You can write it in a notebook, and once you are done, then you resume watching the discussion part of the video and cross-check your answers. So wherever you have any clarifications, any doubts, you can clarify and understand where exactly you went wrong. And if you got it right, feel good. Okay, so let's start today's exercise. Here the question is, write the Java statements for the following statements. Now, here they expect you to write exactly the way it has been asked in the question. For example, the first bit is to print third character of the string s. Now here s is a variable which contains some string. So you have to assume that s can contain any string. So you will be using the variable s with these string functions. So the first answer will be to print. Now since to print is there, that means you have to write system.out.print. Okay, now let me write the short form for it. But in exam, you have to write completely system.out.println. Then only you will be given marks. Don't use shortcuts, short forms for the functions. Now to print third character of the string. So what will be the index of the third character? For example, if you consider the string as ABCD, right? Now here, if suppose S is this, so what is the third character here? Third character is C, right? First character is A, second character is B, third character is C. So in questions, they will ask questions in general. The language which we use in general will be there in the question. So you have to understand it, but when you write the Java expressions, you have to use the index and all the string functions accordingly. So here they are asking you to print third character. Now, as per Java, the third character's index is 2. Therefore, you have to write, and which function you will use here, you need to extract only a particular character, the character at index 2 or the third character. So you have to use caret function, s dot caret 2. Yes, so this will be the answer for A bit. Write system.out.println in place of SOPLN. Okay, now try the second bit. To print the last character of the string s. Now here we do not know exactly how many characters are there in s. So it has to be written in general, which works for any string s. Fine. So to print, again here you are supposed to print it. So you will write SOPLN as it is. And here you have to print the last character. Now you know that the index of last character is L minus 1. For any string, index of first character is 0 and the index of last character in terms of its length is L minus 1. Yes? So, here we will be using that function s.caret. And how do you represent the last index? s.length minus 1. So you can use it this way. So this will be the answer. If you want, you can even break it into two statements. You can store s.length in a variable, say int l is equal to s.length, and then use l minus 1 in place of. Right, so here you can store s.length in L, and in place of s.length you can also use L minus 1. So it is up to you. If you are finding it too lengthy, you can first store the length in a variable L and then get the character at L minus 1 through caret function and print it. Okay, so that is about your second statement. Now the third bit, to extract the first three characters of string S. Now the first three characters of string S. So here it is a group of characters you have to extract. So which function you will use? Yes, you have to make use of substring function here. So, but here you should not print it. They are only asking you to extract. Okay, so you will just start with s dot substring and first character. See, for example, if you take this string, how will you extract the first three characters? You will write 0 comma 0 1 2, so it should be 3 here. Yes, the first format which accepts two integers. The substring function will extract from the first index till 1 less than the second index. So it will extract character at index 0, 1 and 2, thereby giving you the first three characters of string F. Okay? Yes. Now to extract the last three characters of string F. Now how do you do this? Last three characters. Now again you will go to L minus 1. The index of last character is L minus 1. Before that it is L minus 2. And before that it is L minus 3. So in this example you can see the index of third character from last is L minus 3. So you can make use of that and extract the last three characters. So you can use s dot substring, and here you can use L minus 3. So it will start extracting from L minus 1 till the end of the string. So you don't have to bother about the second argument. You can just write L minus 3 and it will take care of extracting all the characters starting from L minus 3 till the end, thus giving you the last three characters. But whenever you use L, make sure you write int L is equal to s dot length before using the variable L, or you can write here s dot length minus 3. Okay. Then E bit. To check if string S starts with app and assign the result to a variable X. So you have to do exactly the way it has been asked in the question. Here you are asked to assign the result to a variable X. So what will be the data type of X? The return type of starts with is a Boolean value. So X will be declared with a Boolean variable, and you have to use starts with function here. So s dot starts with app. Right? So make sure you use the correct function names considering the cases. As I told you, all functions start with small letter. If they have more than one word, first letter of following word will be capital. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this will be the appropriate answer for E bit. Now coming to the F bit, to print the position of the last occurrence of the character P in the string S. to print the position. So print is, again, you have to use system.out.print, and you have to print the last occurrence of the character P. So which function will you use? Last character means you have to start checking from right to left in backward direction. So it will be last index of. And the character is P. And since it is the character constant, make sure to put it in single quotes. Okay, so it will start searching for P in S from right to left. So last occurrence will be given here. Okay, then comes G bit. Again here, you're supposed to compare two strings, that is the variable S1 and S2, and assign the result to a Boolean variable B. So this will decide which function you need to use for comparing the two given strings. Since here the variable B, which holds the answer, is a Boolean type, the method you will be applying is equals, because equals return a Boolean value, right? So here again you have to use Boolean B is equal to S1 dot equals S2. This is how you will be using the function equal. Okay, now H will be easier. Here you are asked to assign the result to an integer variable. Therefore, you will be making use of CompareTo function, because CompareTo compares the two given strings with respect to their ASCII value and returns an integer. Therefore, you need to use CompareTo function, and hence the variable B will be declared with data type int, and you will use S1 dot compare to T capital S2. Okay, so this will be the answer. Now I bit is convert the number to its string equivalent. Now which function accepts arguments of different data types like int, float, double, and converts them to string? It is valueOf. Yes. So string dot valueOf, and pass the parameter, the argument 56.20. Convert the number to its string equivalent. That's all. So this will be the answer for the I bit. Now J bit is to replace character C1 with C2 in string S. Now here many children will do mistakes thinking that C1 and C2 are the characters. First of all, they cannot be characters because they have two characters in it, C and 1. So they are actually the variables. They are the character variables storing some character constant. So these are referring to the variables. Okay. So do not put them within single quotes, as they are not character constant but character variable. So here you will be using s dot replace method, which will replace the first given character with the second given character in the string S. So all the occurrences of the character stored in C1 will be replaced with the character stored in C2. So here C1, C2 are the variables which contain some character constant, right? So by seeing the question, you should understand all these and be very careful while writing the Java statements. Okay. Then comes the next question. Why indexOf is an overloaded method? Can we call indexOf an overloaded function? Along with that, we can also use a substring function. Can we call indexOf or a substring function an overloaded function? Yes, yes. Some of you are right. They are overloaded function because as per the definition of function overloading, it is a process of having same function name but different argument list. And you already know that index of accepts argument of different data types. It will accept a character, a string, a character, comma, integer. Yes. And substring also accepts, in first format, it accepts only one integer, and in the second format, two integers. So you can just give simple those example and explain why it is an overloaded function, right? So hope it is clear. So with this, we come to the end of today's class. So we are practicing more of section A type questions here. And then we will start with programming next class. Okay? Yes. So once again, please revise all these string functions, because next class we will be starting with programming. Thank you, children.